Now let us try to explore area and perimeter of rectangles. So we have a question here which says draw three different rectangles with area of 16 centimeters square. Arrange them in order from least to greatest of their perimeter. So we're trying to link area and perimeter and get some idea about it. Okay. So when we say draw three different rectangles with area of 16 centimeters square, what is a rectangle? Rectangle is something like this, right? It has length and width, right? So let's say this is length and that is width. And we are trying to draw a rectangle which has some length and width. And what is the area? Area is length times width. How about perimeter? Perimeter is sum of all the sides. So area is length times width and perimeter is length plus length. In a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So we have length plus length, which is 2 times length and 2 times width. We can write like this: 2 times length plus 2 times width. That is perimeter. Now, how can we draw rectangles with area of 16 centimeters square? That means when you multiply two numbers, you should get 16. What could be those combinations? Those combinations, let's look about it. Okay, those combinations could be 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, right? Let's connect them. So we have 4 times 4 as one combination. What could be the other combination? Well, the other combination could be 2 times 8. Let me write 2 here and 8 here. See, I'm trying to make kind of a rainbow with these. So 2 times 8, okay, fine. And can you give me one more combination? I need 3 different rectangles with area of 16 centimeters square. Well, it could be 1 times 16. Well, that works. 1 times 16 is also 16, right? So we have the third rectangle. That means I can draw a rectangle whose width is 1 and length is 16. So let me say this is my rectangle with 1 and 16, right? So 16 is much longer. I'm making approximate drawings, right? So this is 1 and 16. Let me write dimensions here. So I got 1 as the width and 16 as the length. So I got first rectangle. Now the second one I'll draw in orange, which has twice the width than the first one, but the length is half. Okay, it works. So we have this one as twice the width and half the length. Okay, so this rectangle will have the same area as 16. So we have this rectangle whose width is 2 and length is 8. Let me write here. How about the third one? Third one looks like a square. Yes, it is. All sides are equal, 4 and 4. So let me draw this square here. So we have 4 and 4. So length and width are same. So that becomes my square, and the sides for square are 4 and 4. Correct? So I do have 3 rectangles, and area of each one of them is 16. 1 times 16 is 16. 2 times 8 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. Now, since the units are centimeters square, all of them are in centimeters, right? So let me write centimeter for all. So 4 centimeter by 4 centimeter, 8 centimeter by 2 centimeter, 1 centimeter by 16 centimeter. When I say 1 centimeter by 16 centimeter, that means I'm multiplying the two dimensions and getting the area as 1 times 16 as 16, 2 times 8 as 16, 4 times 4 is 16. That's correct. Now the second part of the question is arrange them in order from least to greatest of their perimeter. So I need to find their perimeters now. Now how can I find perimeter? Perimeter is sum of side, and let us say P is the perimeter. So let's add these numbers. 1 plus 16 is 17. 17 times 2 gives me the perimeter because there are equal sides, right? So I can do like that, which is 34. So I get 34 centimeter as perimeter of my first rectangle. The second rectangle, the perimeter is 8 plus 2, which is 10, and this is also 8 and 2. 10 plus 10 is 20. So we have perimeter of 20. How about this one? It has 4 equal sides. So 4 times 4 is 16, right? So we have a perimeter of 16. Now which one is the perimeter? Least perimeter. Square is the one with least perimeter, right? So we can say, well, let me call this now my triangle number 1 as the one which should come first in order from least to greatest. Let's say this is my rectangle number 1, okay? So I'll call this R1. So this R1 is number 1 for me. Least perimeter, right? Next one is this R2 and R3, this one. So I can arrange them now from least to greatest. So my rectangles from least to greatest as far as perimeter goes are, their dimensions are what? Their dimensions are, let me write by this, 4 by 4, that is the first one, and the second one is 2 by 8, let me write 2 by 8 in orange, and the third one is the green one, which is 1 by 16. What do I notice? The one which is kind of square has got the least perimeter. As I compress it and make it flatter and flatter, the perimeter increases. So the one which is really very flat, 1 times 16, has got maximum perimeter. So do you observe all these things? It is kind of important to see that for the same area, we can have different perimeters. So imagine if you have a garden which is square in shape, you need less fencing. But if your garden is like this, a big rectangle, you need more fencing, since fence is to be put all around your garden. Do you see that? So at times it is important to have less perimeter. Thank you.